everyone. Welcome to the 2025 Q4 Quarter 4 product briefing. I'm Tiffany Ricks, and I'm thrilled to walk you through our latest updates, features, and what's coming next at HacWare. Last quarter, I just want to give you a recap. Last quarter, we were busy. We gave you the domain level scanning tool. So that allows you to be able to see at the domain level recent hacks. You have that attacker graph, recommendations on how to improve the security of that organization. So that was released last quarter. You can go and check out the product briefing from Q3 to see how that works. We also released our exciting policy manager. It was revamped, where we've given you more capabilities, more visibility into signatures and compliance for audit capabilities. That was released last quarter. In this quarter, we have kept up with that momentum. We have some exciting updates that I want to show you how it's going to make your experience on HacWare seamless, but also impactful. So let's jump right into the agenda for today. Today, we're going to talk about the latest updates. So we have released the customizable dashboard. That's an exciting update. High risk monitoring. I'm going to showcase what is that and how it works. The executive report improvement that we made from Q2. We made some updates to that, as well as now you have the ability to leverage secure single sign-on with Entra ID. I'm going to showcase and give you a sneak peek into what is coming next, which is a big deal. And I'm going to leave it open for some questions. We have the chat where you'll be able to add your questions into the chat. So you don't have to wait until the end. You can add them as they come up for you. But let's jump right in. First up, I'm going to be walking you through the customizable dashboard. This is a fully customizable dashboard. It's for administrators. It's for the end users that have access to the portal. This gives administrators complete control over insights that are displayed and how your users experience the HacWare portal. It gives you the ability to tailor this experience where you know the clients, you know your organization's needs. And so you'll be able to show that insights, those visibilities right on the dashboard. So now you can take control over that. I want to showcase and show you how this works exactly. So what you're going to do is once you go into your environment, you will be able to see that we have this edit dashboard icon right up into the right hand side of your corner. You'll see now that there's this edit dashboard button. Once you edit that, you have the ability to turn off and turn on the components on the dashboard. You have the ability to turn off the breach cost, the breach detected. I know there was some discussions around that. You have the ability to turn on charts that you see on all of our reports. So all of our reports that has a chart that has some insights, we have given you the ability to put that right here on the dashboard. So you can turn on and turn off those capabilities. The other key thing here is you can also organize. So once you save that, you can save it for all the users, but you can also just save it for yourself where you don't have to disrupt the view of others. You have the ability to do that. The organization. So now you can change how this view looks by dragging and dropping and putting things in different layouts. You have full control over what this UI looks like, from what is going to be turned on to how it actually is laid out. The other cool thing about this view is you can filter. So you may want to only show the certain departments on the dashboard because this department is extremely important to your client's organization, to your organization. So you can filter in all of the charts are going to only show the insights, the metrics for that department. And you can also add a time interval if that's important to you. You can also, as I mentioned before, as you restructure and the layout, you can save it for everyone if you are the administrator, or you could just save this view for yourself. The other key thing I want to highlight here is you also have the ability for your end users. You can let them know we in Q2 we released the ability for you to set a landing page. So each end user, they can set up what their go-to landing page is going to be. It could be a failure report. It could be where they're always working with the simulations. They can go there. So the dashboard, you can have that as the initial layout or the initial landing page. But there's also a feature in the settings where you can change where they actually navigate and go as soon as they log in. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention because we released that in Q2. Now, the other key thing I want to highlight is the high risk monitoring. So the high risk monitoring, this is a new capability where this feature, it helps you to quickly identify users whose behavior could put your organization or your client's organization at greater risk. Um, it can happen automatically. So we have built an engine that you can turn on and it can automatically detect which users are these high risk users, or you can do it manually from the license management page. I'm going to walk you through how this capability works. So the way that you're going to start this process, if you want to leverage the automation of the platform, is you will go to the settings page. On the settings page, we have this tab on the company profile that's called high risk users. So high risk users, this gives you the ability to determine and define how does the platform find these users of failed phishing simulations. It could be based off of, looks like I'm having an internet issue, where it could be based off of failed simulations. It could be based off of incomplete trainings. We have default settings based on what we consider as an industry standard of what is considered a high risk users, but you can configure this for your organization. So you can set these triggers up. Then you will hit enable high risk monitoring. So that's going to turn on the automation, and then you'll hit submit. Once you hit submit, you'll start seeing that it's going to go through and start marking users as high risk. So here I have, you'll see some of the users will have this label called high risk. And this means that they're going to get twice as much training as what the normal user would get because they have access to they could potentially put the organization at risk, and so they're going to get double the training. That's going to mean double the phishing simulations based on the period. So you may have a period of phishing simulations that are going to go out every 21 days. One user will get one simulation every 21 days. A high risk user will get two over that 21-day period. And they'll get enrolled into, if they're enrolled into a lesson plan, they'll get enrolled also into the high risk lesson plan, which gives them more targeted and a deeper training experience. So to manually turn this on, if you're not going to leverage the automation, or you can do them both at the same time, is you're going to go to the settings, you're going to go to the manage menu item, and under manage, you're going to click licenses. This is going to show all of your users. We have added a new column that's called high risk. Here is where you're going to click yes, this user is a high risk user, and you're going to lock it. And so what this means when you lock it, this means that the only way that they're going to get out of this high risk category is if your team, someone from the administrative team comes in and takes. So next, I want to highlight. So next, we're going to talk about our the executive report. Q3, we released the executive report. It was one of our most exciting features that our users have been asking for a long time. At the time, it was only designed where you could create one executive report that could be automatically sent out to users. We've gotten feedback from the users where they want to be able to create multiple executive reports. And now you have that capability. So when you go to reports and you click on executive report, now you have the ability to create multiples. What's going to be always pinned at the top is going to be the downloadable report. So when you go into this executive report area, you'll be able to see that there's always a report that you can download. You can configure what you can modify in that report, what's going to be visible in that report. But we've given you the ability to add a new report. And so here is where you can create multiple reports. So the use case could be you have a monthly report that's going to go out and show visibility on how the users are doing from a phishing simulation standpoint and awareness training standpoint. That could go to your stakeholders and they'll see that monthly. And you can also create an annual report. And so this annual report could be something that you're going to send to your auditors, and your auditors are going to want to be able to see over the year span how the users have done in what they have done in their training in the different outcomes. You'll be able to see that and automate who that is going to go to. You also are going to be able to see now when the next report is going to go out. So that's something new. So now you can see when the next report is going to go out. In this case, the next report's going out next month. You can see that, who's it going to go to, and you can always edit these reports if you want to change something in these reports where you don't have to delete and recreate it. You can just make a simple modification. Okay, so that is the multiple executive report. And just a quick highlight over that filtering. So we've added filtering to this screen as well. Here you can, now you can search for different reports. So what we're trying to do is you can search to see, has this report already been created by yourself or a team member? You can search that. You can search the creator. You can search when the next report is going to go out. You can filter and find all the reports that have been created by yourself. So now you have the ability to search, and it's also going to alert you when you're creating the report. We have added some insights that will tell you you're creating a report that's been already created. It may be named something different, just so you're not creating duplicate reports that are going to go to the same recipient. So we're trying to give you some insights there. Next up, this is one of our insights or features that we've created to make it easy for administrators to deploy the portal access to all of their users and other administrators. We have provided you a way to integrate with Entra ID to sync the administrative users' access to the portal. And the way that you can control that is you're going to go to settings, click on SSO integration, and here you'll see a view. This will give you the ability to determine if you're going to let Microsoft control access to the portal, where it's going to look at the different roles and responsibilities that you set up in Entra ID. That's going to control which users have access to what in HacWare. It also will give you the ability to determine the end user view, their learner view here. This learner view, you can control which of the end users can access that view from Entra ID. You also have the ability to use that URL and add this as a tile into your Microsoft dashboard under applications. So this would handle, it'll show the HacWare icon. Once they click on that, it will take them directly into the portal. It's going to leverage and understand what are their roles and responsibilities, but it's not going to require them to log in again. And so now you have this seamless integration between where the users are used to going to get to their applications in the dashboard view in Microsoft. You can add Hackware there, and they'll be able to access this environment or the client environment from that view. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to talk about on this view before? I'm going to go to questions because I think we have some questions, and then I'll talk about what's coming next. Okay, I see we have a question where you don't have these options on the dashboard. Um, you have three reports: performance, you have the financial, and you have so great question. This is a great question. The way that you're going to get access to this view, you're currently in the partner portal where you have the reports view here. You want to go into your client environment. Once you go into your client environment by clicking on this green access tenant dashboard button next to whatever client you're interested in going into their dashboard, you'll click on that. Once you click on that, that will take you into a view similar to this for that client. And then that is where you will see under reports, you will have the executive report. I failed to mention we have a high risk user report where you'll be able to see the high risk users. How did they get there? Was it manually they were added as a high risk user? Or was it due to the automation? And the automation will say they got there because they failed X amount of simulations, incomplete training. It will tell the reason. And so this new report gives you details on high risk users, as well as the executive report has a section on that as well. But I hope this answers your question. You'll find all of these new reports and menu items if you go into the client's administrator view. Okay, I think that answered those questions. Great questions. So next, I want to highlight what is coming next here at HacWare. So what's coming soon at HacWare? We are in the final stages of completely redesigning our learning management system. This update brings a modern interface, faster navigation, and a smoother experience for the learners and for the administrators. So this is significant because as you see from the menu item, we've added new menu items, but you'll see that we have the legacy menu item, which is called LMS. That legacy LMS was it had its challenges, and our users and customers told us that the navigation was slow. It's hard to determine who's enrolled into what courses and who hasn't taken the courses. We have really taken the time to redesign the view, and so we've broken up the LMS into three different pages where we have the current activity, which answers the question of what courses are new that we've released, but also which courses are the user taking, which ones are they not taking, and a way for you to easily navigate and see what the course content has for the user, where we have this beautiful play feature where you can quickly watch and understand the quiz content, the video content, and to be able to upvote and like the video content. We have a recommendation engine where it's going to recommend the lesson plan for your client or for your users. Oftentimes, we have this long list of course content, learning paths, but it takes some time to determine, okay, which one would be the best use for our clients. We've tried to take some of that guesswork out of that with the recommendation engine. That's going to show three lesson plans that it recommends for this client. And you will be able to see that right on the current activity tab. The next thing that we've added is full library. So the full library, it gives you the ability to see all of the course content. You have the ability to add and remove courses that doesn't make sense for your users. You have the ability to be able to search and find course content easier than you did before. And it's just a faster navigation experience. We're really excited about that. And then user performance, what we're excited about is that we're giving you insights into showing the user view and what has the user learned already, what have they not learned, what are they in the progress of learning, and a way for you to easily remind the user. Our automation does that for you, but a way for you to easily remind those users that they have outstanding course content. So for us, we're trying to help improve those completion rates by giving you more visibility into these users, and insights into the users, and what is it that they know and don't know about security awareness and human risk. And so that is what's really exciting. That's what's coming up next. And we're not taking away, we're calling this LMS Lite because it's not taking away any functionality that you currently have. We're actually adding more capabilities to this. But we are adding a new SKU called HacWare Platinum that is going to give you a robust learning management system. This is going to allow you to create content quicker. So we have content that we create on your behalf, but we're going to allow you to create content where it could be cybersecurity focused, or it could be focused on onboarding, workforce development. This is going to be a true learning management system because what we found is that the learning ecosystem has segregated cybersecurity into other systems. And what we're trying to do is make this learning experience a holistic experience. We're going to have integrations into different platforms. And so Light will be released this year. Platinum will be released hopefully this year, but most likely Q1 of 2026. So we're really excited about that, and we'll give you notifications on when the LMS redesign is fully complete. And this is in line with our commitment. We are committed to making sure that this isn't a check the box learning experience. We're trying to change behavior. We're trying to make sure that the information is retained. We're trying to make sure that the process is easy and frictionless. And so this is another step in meeting that goal. We are at the end. So we've reached the final part of this session. I thank you for joining as we've walked you through this quarter's new features. This is a preview of what's coming next. But again, I want to make sure that I open it up for any questions that you all have, any questions that you may have on the customizable dashboard, the high risk monitoring feature, the multiple executive reports, SSO, or the new LMS design redesign. Any questions on that, I'll be happy to answer those now. And so I see that there's some another question about portal access. I'll have our team reach out to you on how to give you access to that if there's no access. But but we can get you access. And once you get access, you'll see all of the beautiful updates that we have done. Um, so let's go ahead and close this out. Thank you again for spending time with us today. HacWare's, we're excited that you're a part of our community. Your feedback is a major role. It plays a major role in our progression and meeting your needs. We want to make sure that our security awareness and human risk management tools, they're simpler, they're smarter, and more effective for you. So if you need support or you want to explore any of these features in more detail, reach out to our support team. You can click the Talk to Team button that's in the partner portal and the client portal, or you can reach out to us at support@hackware.com. But I really appreciate your time and thank you so much for joining this session.